Have you ever asked yourself, what is Hidalgo?
Hidalgo is beauty. Admire it. Hidalgo is a dream that comes true. It's a challenge. Face it. Hidalgo is an adventure. Take a chance. Hidalgo is wealth that lasts forever. This is why, come and experience Hidalgo.
In the Mexican heartland between San Luis Potosí, Veracruz, Puebla, Tlaxcala, Querétaro, and the state of Mexico, Hidalgo is where the call to Mexican independence began. Soccer and rodeos. Experience it for yourself, because in just this one state, you will find extremely different climates. From the majestic passages through the hot and dry Huasteca area, to the cold and windy conditions which prevail in the grand city of Pachuca, including the Mezquital desert valleys with hot spring oases and low-lying fox set against the green-colored majestic mountains backdrop. For its arts and crafts, for its ancient Toltec history, for that and much more, come and experience Hidalgo.
Pachuca, with its picturesque streets combined with modern buildings. It's a provincial city nested in the Sierra Mountains, flanked with colorful roofs that seem to be piled up on top of each other from the cold. Meanwhile, contemplate its grand 100-year-old landmark, recently remodeled, an exact replica of the Big Ben clock machinery built in the same house where the original Big Ben was built. With a modern system of highways and roads connecting to the rest of the country, Pachuca is the heart and cultural center of Mexico, because the Casa Rul has represented the spirit of the English explorers since 1800, and because on ex-convent walls filled with history and memories, one can actually read about the history of silver, about the day when modern times reached this elegant city with the invention of the train, and recently for being a place that recognizes women with the biggest street mural in the world. And the world has responded by recognizing it as the city where, for the first time, men have become leaders thanks to the soccer ball.
Rodeo riding and haciendas. This is Hidalgo, a state that gave life and identity to a whole nation, because this is where rodeo riding was born, making Mexico famous all over the world. For fine spurs, for switching from horse to horse at a full gallop, for the women riding side saddle doing choreographed patterns, and for their special flamenco-style hats, which arise from hacienda life in the middle of the Hidalgo Plains, where more than 170 haciendas awaiting visitors who would like to hike or ride around the perimeter of the hacienda to the chapel, sipping delicious agave pulque from their lands, surrounded by natural and architectural wonders while staying in full-service hotels and cabañas.
Magical towns. This is Hidalgo, a state with a lifestyle and places out of a novel. Cobblestone streets and reddish roofs rusted by the weather, and mines run by the English who came to live here on these lands, in which you may enjoy an unforgettable trip to the center of the earth, making this a place where the past, present, and future all converge. Forests inhabited by leprechauns of good luck, hot springs and strange rock formations that look down upon you while eating trout.
Ecotouristic developments. This is Hidalgo, a state where you can feel the adrenaline of rappelling, of gliding through trees while hanging from a holster, of kayaking and of rock climbing, and of hiking, all of which kids can do as well. Pacified only by the experience of coexisting with nature in a family-oriented camping environment where rock makes the mountains come alive.
Water parks, where in semi-arid zones, hot springs are miraculously born. springs where the whole family can enjoy a day of swimming. Water parks for everyone. Places where the healing waters run down the slides and never stagnates. Huge canyons where the caverns of water are born, seeping down through the river rock.
Archaeological zones and convents, the cradle of the Toltec civilization, ruins from the past that explain our present-day life, pieces of stone that, incredibly, predict the coming day, the land where the Spaniards and indigenous people became the seeds that brought forth a new race of people, and abandoned convents where doctrine combines with culture, historical monuments of our land.
This is Hidalgo, but you can do more than just touch it, or hike through it, or enjoy it. You can also taste Hidalgo.
Their traditional fried meat pies, pastes, with exotic and delicious black ant eggs, and maguey worms, with its traditional barbecue, chimbo, mixiotes, and delicious pulque.
This is how Hidalgo tastes, with world-renowned gastronomy, where the exotic melts together with traditional cooking.
Spas and golf courses. Hidalgo is adventure. Hidalgo is flavor, culture, fun, and also restful. Here, the water caresses the body, accompanied by soft hands and natural oils, age-old mud, and essences that are used during dances with distinct rhythms for relaxation, taking you to the places of your dreams. Hidalgo, where the natural prairies are become playing fields.
That's why, come and experience Hidalgo. Experience its panoramic views. Experience its history, its culture and tradition. Because here in Hidalgo, we know who we are and we are proud of it. We know how to love what we have. It's a feeling. This is life in Hidalgo. For this and much more, come and experience Hidalgo for yourself.